Bienvenidos a Esperanza donde la Esperanza vence. Welcome to Esperanza where hope wins. Happy Moon Day! And speaking of the moon, we just had a new moon in Gemini yesterday. Yesterday evening, right around 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. What were you doing at that time? The moon went void, of course, after that. And it's about to move into Cancer within an hour of this upload. So I think the moon goes into Cancer right around 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Please stay tuned to the end of this video or hit the timestamps below, and you can skip to the astrology part, or else I leave timestamps for these cards. I forgot to pull a dumpster fire oracle yesterday when I did my live stream for the new moon. Be sure to hit that playlist. You're gonna love it. I was riffing, and it was a live stream of consciousness, y'all. Let me tell you. We talked about some of the symbolism that I've been seeing. So if you're interested in anything like that, that video has timestamps too. So you can skip to the part that's most pertinent to you, okay? I love to talk, but I also value your time, and I understand because, like, I don't even have the attention span. Sometimes, like, if there's a long video, I go back to it in chunks, and it's helpful for me when other people put the timestamps. So I've been trying to be more conscientious of putting the timestamps too. Let's pull a dumpster fire oracle card for today, the 15th of June, 2026, and see what wisdom we can find in the fire. What fiery wisdom is there for us? Chiron is in the last degrees of Aries, a very fiery sign. Ooh, here we go. Lost Sock and Crystal Crown Llama. Lost Sock says, forget and move on. It's time to move on, and it's for the better. Forgive, release, and step happily into freedom. Crystal Crown Llama says, embrace uniqueness. Weird beats boring every time. Your quirks are sparkle, not flaws, so wear them proudly. That's funny. The Crystal Crown Llama is definitely for me, because I was just thinking about my aura color yesterday, and I was hoping that the color of my aura is glitter. Maybe my aura is colored llama glitter. So those are our dumpster fire oracles for today. Release, forget, forgive, and move on. Well, forget. You don't have to forgive, I think, but forget about it. New moon time is a great time for banishing, releasing, letting go of, detoxification. Then once the moon starts to crescent here in a couple of days, like, yeah, start planting some seeds, you know? Moon's going to be in Cancer here today. Get a haircut, you know, get rid of those dead ends and start new growth, okay? And get your aura sparkling, because weird is the way. Embrace uniqueness. Embrace the Uranian weirdness that prevails, that's been ruling the day this Gemini season. All right, so these are our flavors. And let's pull a 3-card Celtic Cross Tarot for today and see what the tarot has to say for us. 15th of June, 2026. Okay, let's pray and play, because I've been shuffling this deck kind of a lot. I cut it a few times. I shuffled it. Did all the blessings. All right, so near past, present tense, near future. 15th of June, 2026. Let's see what we get at this tarot casino. Oh, we got 7 of Pentacles. Got 4 of Wands. And then we got Ace of Cups reversed. So aces are always good luck in a reading, whether they're upright or reversed. But when it's in the reverse, it's time for us to internalize that energy. Because for me, when I read inverted cards, that's internalized energy. So with the Seven of Pentacles, this is a card of patience. This is a card of farming. Is anybody farming? Is anybody gardening? Does anybody understand the metaphor here of getting the best seeds that you possibly can, getting the best land that you possibly can, living in the valley, being where it's lush and verdant? Okay, doing the best that you can to plant your seeds where you can. This guy in this picture actually reminds me of a book I'm reading called Esperanza Rising, and they are workers doing sharecropping, basically. Not even sharecropping, they're like indentured servants on this land in the Empire Valley back in the day outside of LA. Different migrant workers coming in to till and plant the seeds and, you know, take care of the vines, take care of the fruit on the vine, to cultivate. Okay, this is a card of cultivation, but this is also a card of patience, because Pentacles is real time. Pentacles is practical earthly matters, and Pentacles is money too. So what are we investing in, and is it going to pay off? And as we're doing all this hard work, is our hard work going to bear good fruit? These are all questions that will be answered by God and the weather in time. Four of Wands is a great card for marriage. It's great Gemini plus Gemini energy. You know, 2 wands plus 2 wands. 4 wands is stable. 4 is a number of stability. 4 is a number of building a home base. 4th house matters. What does 4th house represent in astrology? That is where I come from. That is my roots. That is where I plant my roots. Even if it's not where I originally come from, it's where my seed decided to blow. It's where my wands decided to fly. And now I'm planting my 2 wands with another person's 2 wands, creating the chuppah. This is a Jewish wedding bow. Okay, a wedding wreath. And generally in this card, you see a couple down at the bottom with their wreaths in a celebratory manner, holding their wreaths up. So here we only have just the foundation of the party. The party hasn't started yet. Or maybe the party just ended, and now, you know, we might be thinking about what we're going to do after the party, where we're really going to build our forever home after the party, after the celebration, after the marriage. Ace of Cups reversed is an outflow or an outpouring of emotion. It could be a little bit too much. It could be when people say that you're a little bit extra. This could be the Pisces that cries at the party. This could be, you know, Chiron in the last degrees of Aries, making still, you know, it's a loose square, but it still could be there with Venus. Venus newly moved into Leo, so Venus is going to be extra dramatic, extra flair, extra playful, extra protective of her children. So there could be an overflow of emotion in the Cancerian sign. We still have Jupiter reaching a real fullness there before moving into Leo. You know, this could just be feeling like you want to cry out of joy or out of pain. So stay tuned for the astrology part, and we'll talk about what we see in the astrological skies for today. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me. If you would like to, if you enjoy these readings and you would like to, it would be wonderful if you could please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your frenemies. Tell everyone you know that we meet here every day during the week, 6 a.m. And then we talk all about it in the comments below. Love you. Okay, well, it looks today that with the part of fortune conjunct Mercury at 18 degrees in Cancer, our luck, our fortune, our good-natured energy comes from speaking from the heart, speaking up for our patria, speaking up for our peoples, speaking up for our homeland, speaking up for our family, and having care within our tribe, but vocalizing that care for and of our tribe. We do have a nice sextile between Mars and Mercury. We have a nice sextile between Venus and Uranus, and I do think that we should all actually Jupiter is also in a sextile with Algol. Well, look at that, the triples again, the threes. I think we should all read a Ray Bradbury novel, maybe the Mars one. Uranus still bending these nodes here, meaning that, and then moving into a full square with the vertex has a finger of God pointing down there. Chiron making the quincunx, and the moon making the quincunx moon sextile. Chiron can bring some healing to our communications before the moon goes into Cancer there. The moon is void, of course, until it goes into Cancer this morning, right around 7-8 a.m. Central Standard Time, I believe. You can check and fact check me on that. Put it in the comments. When does the moon step into Cancer exactly today? And the finger of God is pointing towards the vertex, which is like the shift and change in our chart, which is moving at 0 degrees of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is maintaining our truth, maintaining our spiritual higher want for a higher love, for a higher essence, aiming higher, having high goals, high targets, and believing in ourselves and believing in others and believing in the best that could be, as a celebratory, fiery, constructive fire. But at the same time, the Sagittarian energy can be an 8 of Wands, where things just start moving really quickly, and we have to bring it back down to earth and bring substance to it. The South Node, again, approaching Regulus there and approaching Leo, as the North Node is inching its way towards Pluto. We still have Saturn at that lucky number 13 degree. Top of the chart there. It was at the very bottom of the chart last night for the new moon. I'm really glad I can pull the chart for the daytime today, because I pull it for the morning when we watch. So with the moon going into Cancer, moon rules the zodiac sign of Cancer. It's comfortable there, and it's comfortable expressing itself. It should only augment the good luck and good fortune that comes with Mercury and communications today. Thank you very much. Please let me know what I missed. I know I don't catch all of the aspects. I see a minor grand trine between the midheaven, Mars, and the Mercury. But we can talk more in person if you would like to see or know or speak about how this and what you see in the chart and like how this reflects for you. We can book a session. Love you.